Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what we got for you right now. We have quite a classic car for Europe and probably some other parts of the world. Why not? I've seen this car in many other parts of the world, not just in Europe itself. But let's get to the point. Let's see what we got for you right now. We have a 143 scale for Escort Ghia. Now this is, I think it's called the MK2 because it's basically the second generation of the Ford Escort. Now this is the European Escort. That's why when I said before, this may be a very familiar model as a classic for certain parts of the world, like in Europe, is because, example, in North America, this model was never sold. Back in the late 70s, we did have the Fiesta, which was the smaller brother, but not the Ford Escort from Europe. We had, remember, in North America, they had their own, in USA example, they had their own Ford Escort, which was not quite, not even similar looking model. Just so you know, this is a diecast, and this is a brand that I don't think I ever displayed before. I do not have many cards from this brand. It's called Trofeu. Trofeu, which if I'm not fully mistaken, I'm about 90% sure, but it's a Portuguese diecast brand. They don't have many models. They have not many. And I think I may have two or three max. I'm not sure I have more than that, but this is one of them. And I was excited when I got to see this. First of all, it's a two door. I mean, yeah, two door. It has the square headlights. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, it's not called square lights. It's the second generation of the second model, I don't know, something like that." But I know that's how I distinguish them between the two door and the four door, and between the round headlights and the square headlights. This one has the square headlights, and this model is called Ghia. I forget what they meant by Ghia. Excuse my ignorance. I'm not familiar with these terms. Like I said, this is the second generation of the Ford Escort. The second generation of the Ford Escort came out in 1974. Okay? And it went on sale until it was on sale until 1980. In 1980, they refreshed the whole look. It came out as a more rounded looking, quite a lot more modern. They updated more their look. Actually, as I'm reading right now, the difference between the round and the square headlights is because of their ears. Between 1974 till 1977, they had the round headlights. From 1978 till 1980, they had the square headlights. It says what? Let me just make sure. I just I'm not fully sure, but that's what they meant. I'm reading right now. They had different models from 1978 to 1980. They had the GL and the Ghia variants, and they had the square headlights. And then they had the RS model. Those are the three different models they had. Now, engine wise, let's get to the engines because there's quite a few different engines. Remember, for Escort, they were from the very basic models to like the Cosworth. They had a racing looking for Escorts, and they had quite a different amount of looks in between. They got like this one right here, being the Ghia model. I guess is a little bit upgraded. I can see it has the wheels. It has a bit the two tone color, like the roof is a different color, so it has a touch ups here and there. Now, engine wise, I'm gonna mention them all. And there's an engine that was only sold in Italy, which is a 1.0 four cylinder. All of these engines, by the way, were four cylinder, but the 1.0 was only for the Italian market. Then you had a 1.1, a 1.6, I'm sorry, 1.3 and 1.6. Then we have also a 1.8, 2.0, and then we have a 2.0 Cosworth. Okay, and then transmission doesn't really say a lot about transmission on these, but I'm really doubtful they had it as an automatic. I know for sure they had a stick shift. Trying to figure out if they ever had an automatic, because again, this car was mostly sold like in Europe, Australia, South America, and most of the markets that I mentioned, their styles basically only into the stick shift. Now, just so you know, they had it. They had this car in as a 2 or 4 door saloon, like we're looking at right now. It also had as a 3 door station wagon, or like they call it in some parts of the world, state. Or they had also as a 2 door van. I seen the station wagon. I never seen the van in person. I seen the wagon. Um, I never seen I've never seen the van, so I'm quite interested to see one in person one day. We'll see when, but I don't know when that'll happen. All right, guys, I'm gonna let this car go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, what do you guys think about this iconic? I think it's quite iconic because this model is very popular. It was probably one of the most popular Ford Escorts from the series, on the European series. It was never sold, like I said, in the United States, or Canada, but I've seen it in other markets, in like South America. We've seen it in Europe, obviously, in Australia and New Zealand, most likely also. Well, let me know what you guys think about this model. Do you remember them? Do you still see them on the roads? That's another important thing. I'm sure you might see them in a classic car show. All right, guys. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. I always appreciate. Thank you so much for your support. I really enjoy reading all the comments and everything. And don't forget to click and subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. All right, everyone? Take care of yourselves more than ever, as I always say. And goodbye.